They had to memorize their lines.
Huh?
To memorize it.
She did?
Maybe. Oh, no, she
Hello, how are you doing? I'm starting all over again. So which one's yours? In the pink?
Yes.
Oh. So you live out this way? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, both of our kids have gone here. It's a great school.
My part is I have traveled east of Italy on
this land. Welcome to Breakfast and Bragg, and we want to start with a little reader's theater about Christopher Columbus. And let me introduce the characters for you. Narrator 1 is Briley. Raise your hand, Briley. Narrator 2 is Kate. Columbus is Anderson. The King of Portugal is Riley. The King of Spain is Landon. The Queen of Spain is Ainsley. Sailors, we have Victoria, Kaylee, Macy, Karen, Lucas, and Jeff. The messenger is Sydney. Columbus' brother is Devin. And Marco Polo, Grayson. And we have townsperson 1, Gavin. Townsperson 2 is Jackson. And townsperson 3 is Hazel. Okay, we're ready to begin.
Let's see that. The ship hit and rocked. Suddenly it burst into flames. Flash! A spray of salt water flew into the air. A sailor had jumped into the ocean. The sailor swam to a floating shore. He gripped it to stay afloat, although he was miles from shore. Wouldn't give up till others might. He believed in himself when he thought he was right. This phrase today was Christopher Columbus. I grew up in Italy. My father was a weaver of cloth. He wanted me to be a weaver too, but I dreamed of being a sailor. Finally, my father agreed. Now Christopher Columbus was in the cold ocean water, but he wouldn't give up. Swimming and floating, working and resting. Swimming and floating, working and resting. He did make it safely to shore. He landed in Portugal. This was lucky for Columbus. His brother lived there. I own a map store. I will give Columbus a map. Columbus talked with sailors who came to the store. He read about explorers like Marco Polo. I have traveled east from Italy on land. I have gone to wonderful places, faraway places. These places are called the Indies. People were thrilled by the riches Marco Polo brought back. Silk and spices, jewels and gold, wonderful things for all to behold. I want those things too. Columbus began making a plan planned to travel to the Indies. He thought about the shape of the earth. The earth is round. This much I know. Would sailing west be the way to go? Columbus decided not to go east over the land. He would sail west over the ocean. But Columbus had some big problems. Most people thought the ocean was too wide to cross. It cannot be done. Impossible. The sea is too wide and unknown. They will never come back. Also, sailing west to the Indies would be expensive. Columbus did not have enough money. I will ask the king of Portugal for help. First, Columbus explained his plan to the king. Then he asked for ships and money. Ships and money for a plan? That sounds funny. Ships and money for a plan? That sounds funny. No! Columbus was sad. He was disappointed, but he wouldn't give up. Though others might, he believed in himself. When he thought he was right. I will go see the king and queen of Spain. The king and queen listened to Columbus. Then they asked a committee to study his plan. Over and over, meeting and talking. Over and over, meeting and talking. After 4 years, the committee made up their mind. It's a silly idea. Poor Columbus, he was very disappointed, but he wouldn't give up, though others might. He believed in himself when he thought he was right. I will go back to see the king and queen of Spain. The king and queen of Spain again listened to Columbus, but he told them about his dreams of riches. Silks and spices, jewels and gold, wonderful things for all to behold. Columbus tried to convince them, but once again, no. Columbus kept watch until late that night. Finally, they saw land. The time was 2 hours.
I think you skipped a page.
Yeah.
So Columbus is talking, and put the word next. Okay, go ahead, Columbus.
Next, I will visit the King of France. Hey, I'm lost. Wait, no, not yet.
Leave it to Columbus to find a way.
I know, like America. And this is hard. Oh, there it is. Wait, really? You guys listening to me? Yep, that's right. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Columbus.
Next I will visit the King of France. He was on his way when a messenger caught up with him. Please come back. Do be so kind. The Queen of Spain has changed her mind. It was a happy day for Columbus. The King and Queen of Spain signed an agreement with Columbus. I promise to bring you things from the Indies. Riches and gold and information, fame and fortune for the nation. The King and Queen gave Columbus supplies. They also gave him 3 ships. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. I'll sail on the Santa Maria. It is the largest. On August 3rd, 1492, Columbus set sail. He headed west across the ocean. The earth is round. This much I know, and sailing west is the best way to go. Columbus kept track of days, directions, and distances. His ships sailed farther and farther away from Spain. His sailors grew angry and worried. Tossing and rolling over the waves, sun and storms and a month dragged by with no sight of land. The sailors were scared and ready to give up. Time to go home. days. He wouldn't give up, though others might. He believed in himself when he thought he was right. They kept sailing. 2 days later, they saw a bird. Columbus changed direction to follow the birds. He hoped that they would lead him to land. Flying high in the sky, sailing low on the ocean, the birds and the ships together in motion. Columbus kept watch until late that wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Finally, they saw land. The time was 2 hours after midnight. The date was October 12th, 1492. 500 years later, we still celebrate the date. Columbus thought he had found the Indies. In fact, he had found islands near 2 continents he didn't know were there. Today, we call these continents North and South America. Columbus and his sailors went ashore. The native people welcomed them. They spoke to each other using sign language. I will call these native people Indians because we have reached the Indies. The native people gave them delicious food. They also showed the sailors how to make hammocks. But Columbus wanted more than hammocks. He wanted riches. Silks and spices, jewels and gold, wonderful things for all to behold. Columbus and his sailors visited other islands. Along the way, Columbus collected things to take home. Wonderful stories and wonderful things like parrots, sweet potatoes, and golden rings. He did not bring home the Santa Maria. It wrecked on the coral reef and broke into pieces. After 6 months, Columbus returned to Spain. He brought some native people with him. He was welcomed as a great hero. Columbus was very happy. He didn't give up when others might. He believed in himself when he thought he was right. We will send Columbus on more voyages to the west. Columbus never found a path to the Indies. All he found was trouble. Angry natives, stormy seas, greedy sailors, and disease. By now, Columbus was tired and sick. In 1504, Columbus returned to Spain for the last time. He was no longer a hero, but Columbus knew that he had done something very important. He had sailed across the great ocean when other sailors said it couldn't be done. Later, millions of people would follow his example and travel west to the Americas. Today, Christopher Columbus is a famous man. We can learn about courage from Columbus. We won't give up, though others might. We will believe in ourselves when we think we are right. I want to do it again. Oh, thank you. My legs are shaking. Okay. My legs are shaking. I'm free.
Good job, Kate.
My feet hurt. It was worth it. Don't you know they're donuts? I like that. And the chicken minis.
Okay, crisscross applesauce, and if you'll face this way. We're going to finish this morning with watching some pictures set to music of our year so far. And yes, I felt the same way, and I had to go get a tissue. Already, I'm not looking forward to May, having to sit in the 4th grade, but maybe I'll just put them all in the closet.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't think they'd like that. It might be a little crowded.
It's gonna take a long